Coming up next is Indy News number 136. We're going to span the globe for all sorts of Indy news, including the return of the X-Files coming your way. Also, what is Joe Hill going to be doing in the near future? We're going to let you know. Carnage's Clayton Crane is going to be working on Harbinger Wars. And who is the Ubers over at Avatar? All that and more coming right up. Hey, you want to save 20% off of everything in the store? Then show up on the 20th of every month, because the 20th is Founders Day here at Alternate Reality. And on Founders Day, everything except this week's new comics and bulk supplies is 20% off. That's right, every single thing in the store is 20% off every 20th here at Alternate Reality.
Never walk the Indy alley alone. You never know who you might run into or over. Like, say, Comic Book Man and Belle.
We're working up to Sinister. Right now, we're stalled at Snuggly. Indy Comic Book News, episode 136, Gulf of Biblo.
Hey, howdy, ho there! Comic Book Man here. Welcome once again to my video outhouse. It's time for
Indy News!
Thank you. Indy News, which is coming to you from this place, Alternate Reality, which is located at the intersection of 111th and Kedzie in beautiful downtown Mount Greenwood. Alternate Reality, where all my indie comics are always 15% off every day for everyone, even you!
What, me?
We're going to start off this time with some IDW news. Oh, Joe Hill. Joe Hill's not writing one, but two books over at IDW.
Joe Hill, who does Lock and Key, is also Stephen King's son.
Yes, he is.
But he changed his name to Joe Hill because he didn't want to be known as Stephen King's son. He thought, if I use another
So
name,
he picked Joe Hill.
I picked Joe Hill,
That's
which is
top
a
secret in literary.
and then all of a sudden, well, yeah, as soon as the first one came out, it says, this reads a lot like Stephen King. And then he went, oh, by the way, this is King.
Thanks, Dad.
But he's going to do two books from them. One's called Wraith, and it's W-R-A-I. Letter I, well, number I, T-H, with Charles Wilson III. That's a one. Wraith.
Okay. W-R-A, number one, T-H.
Wraith.
One more time. W-R-A, number one, T-H. That's the
But how do
title
you
of the
pronounce
book.
it? Do you pronounce it
I
Wraith?
don't know.
I'm sure it's
I don't know,
Wraith.
but you
It's
can't
just-
read what you've written.
Do you pronounce it Wraith?
Yes,
I would.
pronounce it Wraith.
Or do you pronounce it Ruff?
You know what people are doing across the country right now? They're doing this.
Anyway, it'll be drawn by
Moving along!
Charles Wilson III. He's also doing a 6-issue series for IDW, and he's talking to either DC or Marvel about doing a limited series involving a character he's always enjoyed. Now, Hill's sort of a horror-based guy, so I don't know. Dead Man?
Dead Man.
Dead Man. It's horror-based.
They don't have-
Swamp Thing?
Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange, too. You could do Doctor Strange.
Actually, he'd be interesting on Doctor Strange. I wouldn't mind seeing that. I wouldn't mind, especially since it looks like Marvel's gearing up Doctor Strange for their third wave of movies.
Yes. Patrick Dempsey is still going, are you going to call me? Are you going to call me? No, Patrick, we're not going to call you.
It might not be a bad bet.
The last time we saw the X-Files franchise was over at Wildstorm DC, where they did a zero issue and a couple other one-shots. And they also had a crossover with X-Files and 30 Days of Night, I think it
I
was.
think that was the last time we saw them.
correct.
Last time we saw them,
Should've been
which I think was a Wildstorm IDW.
Yes, it was a crossover. It was a
crossover between the two. But DC Wildstorm is no longer doing X-Files, partly because Wildstorm doesn't exist anymore, and DC really isn't interested in doing a lot of adaptations, except for that Django thing. They like that.
Yeah, which can't seem to ship on time. Should that sucker be over by now?
Well, looking at
What the
that.
hell's wrong with that?
Anyway, you are going to be seeing more X-Files, though, coming up real soon, and that's going to be at IDW.
Because there are a lot of rumors, and these are pretty strong rumors, that Fox is thinking about reviving the X-Files as a TV series and not another movie.
Are Duchovny and what's-her-face sitting by the phone, or are they going to recast?
Actually, Duchovny's quite fine doing Californication over at Showtime, and Gillian Anderson is working on Hannibal for NBC, so neither one of them is starving for work right now.
Recast!
So, but Robert Patrick's still around, and so is Annabeth Gish.
I
But
think people are going to care about
they're going
that.
to do brand new series. They're also going to reprint all the older stuff starting this June. So the truth is still out there.
Okay, truth is still out there. You know what else is out there? Harbinger Wars is out there. Harbinger Wars is going to mess you up, and it's coming real soon. Yeah, that's right here, Harbinger Wars.
Carnage's Clayton Crane is going to join Clayton Hendry on art for the first issue alone. So the art will be really, really good. Who knows what the story's going to be like, but the art will be pretty good.
What's Harbinger Wars supposed to be? Any
Oh,
idea?
it's just best Harbingers and fights. And
Okay, pull it
Bloodshot
out of
and
your- okay.
Dead. All of them
He's
just don't
pulling it
like
out of
each
his
other.
ass. Forget it.
It's all about donuts.
And finally, we're going to wrap it up with Avatar. Avatar is doing a new series.
I love Avatar.
Avatar is doing a new series called Uber, which I just ordered last week out of the previous catalog. The first issue, it showed up. It looks like it's about a female Nazi superhero who goes out and kills GIs. Or
It's about
something. I don't know.
about a group of male and female Nazi superheroes during World War II. But the creative team
Ubermensch.
It's being written by Kieran Gillen, who does Iron Man and Young Avengers, and it's being drawn by newcomer Kanan White. And it is an ongoing series coming from Avatar. And so far, at least for the first issue, I'm going to check it out because Avatar's ongoing series are usually hit and more miss.
Yes.
I think they've beaten that cross thing into the ground by now. I'm kind of
They're just
they've really beaten Cross.
They've
like
smacked
a
the living crap
government
out of
mule.
Cross.
Like a government mule, they've beaten it.
It's like so. But I'll try this one. Then the artwork was pretty good.
Okay. And that's it. We're done. Finish out of here. We got no more indie news, but go to the store's website. Check out all the indie news that Bo here sends me that I post up. Bo,
Yes.
tell them.
Sarah, let them all know where they can find out all this stuff.
I'm on fumes.
www.myalternatelreality.com. It changes almost every day, unlike Comic Book Man and his socks.
So go to the store's website. Check out all the news that whatever his name here sends me that I post up. And until next time, this is Comic Book Man.
I don't know who I am.
He doesn't know. Do any of us really know who we are? Do any of us really
Does anyone know what time it is? Does anyone
Bye.
The Video Outhouse is brought to you by some of the finest people willing to work for free. This is a list of some of them.